Rightio, welcome to another episode. So this episode we're going to continue on with the tool storage. So last time we were here we knocked up the tool storage on this side, so we're going to continue on to the other side. On that side we're going to concentrate on things that are predominantly used with either steel or mechanical type work. So we've got things like the grinder. I've picked up new tools. I've got the M12 3/8 drive ratchet. So we'll add that to the mix, and I've picked up a few other items that we'll go through along the way, like the battery mounts and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we'll get into that. As you can see, I've moved the wall track system that I had on this wall. Figured that side is probably better suited to that sort of stuff. I'm also testing out mounting items on the wall, so may end up with a bit of a pegboard style system on that wall later. So I'm just testing to see if I like tools on the wall. So might throw a few things up there, and we'll mount the vise on one of these benches somewhere. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button so we make sure we see you on the next episode. So yeah, thanks for that, and let's get into it. Righto, let's start by knocking up another one of these. Only doing a 2-bay version because eventually I'm going to get the high torque wrench, so that's going to need a bit bigger that's going to need a bit bigger version of it, so that'll be later. So let's do it. So I may have forgot to mention that I picked up a track saw conversion kit for my circular saw. Haven't used it yet properly, so I'm just going to set it up. So quick rundown. This attaches to this, and this slides on this. So it has a sacrificial edge on it that you have to cut off with the saw on your first cut, and then that's where you measure off. So I'll just settle that up and we'll see how this goes. That's it. So it just fixes to this plastic thing. Don't know how long it's actually going to last. It does seem a little bit flimsy. I also had to drill a new hole in the base to get these little brackets over that bolts the actual track to the saw. So I'm going to cut this edge off the track and see how we go. Alright, so that's that. Now we can use it. So I'll start marking up all these long cuts that I've got and get into it. Alright, while I'm waiting for that drill storage to dry, I'm going to mount this. So it's the thing that makes the least amount of dust, I think. So what I've got to do is, I need to put a timber piece under here so I have something structural to bolt to. I've got plenty at the front, I just need something along the back here. So I've got a bit of 90 by 45 framing pine, and I'll run in between there just so I've got something strong to bolt to. So I'll pop this top off, which was always temporary anyway, so that's lucky, and I'll put something underneath and we can bolt straight through. Let's get into it. she ain't going nowhere. All right, so that's on. Next, I'm going to install these in the wall. So these actually all interconnect, and I found out by accident that the big ones actually interconnect with the small ones as well. So I'm going to mount this on the wall here, so I've got a spot for things like bolts and, you know, just odds and ends like that. So these actually, they all have these little tracks in them. So there's like these little grooves that they all interlock into. So the idea is I'm just going to have all these connected together and pretty much just mounting them up there. So just looking at them, I might actually do a border with the ply just so they all sort of tie into the rest of it. But yeah, other than that, it should be pretty straightforward. Rightio, so now the paint's dry, I can get this drill storage unit up and in place. Let's do it. Alright, so I've just got a couple of other few little storage things I want to get up on this wall. So I've got some extra screwdrivers and stuff that are outside of my mechanical toolbox. So these will go up on this little mount that I got. It's got like all these little slots in it. So they'll bang in there like that. I'll chuck them up there, just to get them out of the way. And then I've also got a magnetic strip holder. So these will hold things that are flat and metal. So I've got like chisel, things like that, and this little angle finder. So yeah, I hope it works better than that. Get all this stuff out of the way, and then I'll get started on the grinder storage and all that sort of stuff. So let's do it. Right, so the tape storage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of this dowel that I've got so they can all sit on there, but I want to utilise the track system that I've got on the wall. So I'm going to slot in a couple of these bolts into that track, and then I'm going to make up my own little bracket with the dowel, a bit of timber and these bolts. So yeah, let's see how we go. So I found paper towels actually becoming a bit handy in the shed, so I'm going to put a little paper towel holder up on the wall. So I'll have something like that. And so what I'm going to do is make a little plate so I can mount this onto there and yeah, bolt her up to the track as well. So if it doesn't work, I'll probably end up using a bit of that dowel, see if that works better, but see if this works, and yeah, we'll go from there. Rightio, so it was absolutely dumping down with hail in the shed, so could not hear a thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting started on the grinder storage. So I'm making just this little mount for it that I'll screw to the wall, that'll hold it up, whether it's got the battery on there or not. And I'll make a little mount similar to how I made the tape storage for the grinding disc. So yeah, let's have a look. so grinder's up on the wall. I've got storage for the discs. Now I'm just going to get this charger on the wall. So unlike the dual charger, this one doesn't have a slot for the cable to run up the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually mount the charger to a piece of wood while I'll channel out a spot for the cable to run through, just so it doesn't interfere with the back of it. And I'll mount this to there and that to there, so should alleviate any cables trying to hang out the front or anything like that. So that's how I'm going to go about doing that, so let's do it. Rightio, so here I'm just installing the mount for the M12 tools. So this one's for the ratcheting wrench. Just goes on with a couple of screws, and the mount just works in like a twisting motion. So you pop it on, twist it, and it holds it in, and then you twist it back and it'll come out again. So yeah, pretty good. And then I've just mounted some more M18 battery mounts, similar to how I've done the other side. So yeah. Alright, so next I've got these battery mounts for the M12 batteries. So they actually slide into the mount itself. So it goes in, clicks into there, and then you press the release button to get it out. So I'm just playing with where I'd put it, but I think it might actually be better if I put it on the side here. And then later, if I do decide to change something here, I'll suss it out later. But I think if I run them all on the face edge of this dual storage, that'll give me pretty good access to each battery, and I'll be able to mount at least 3 of them on there. So that should get me out of trouble for now. And yeah, so I'll chuck these on and we'll get onto it. Alright, so another one checked off the list, so that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button so we make sure to see you on the next episode. Now, I think I've got definitely enough done to start some decent shed projects around the shed here. So now I've got a couple of things lined up, maybe including the Patrol, the SS, see how we go. But yeah, they're definitely in the pipeline, so keep an eye out for those, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers for watching.